G'day and welcome back to Sydney Trains Vlogs. I am currently in Pyrmont at the intersection of Union and Edward Streets. Edward Street goes up that way, Union crosses this way. And today is the community open day for the Pyrmont station site. Pyrmont station will be part of is part of the Sydney Metro West project, which will convey passengers from 2032 from Wynyard, so Hunter Street Station, which is next to Wynyard, through to Parramatta and Westmead via stations such as the Bays, Pyrmont, Five Dock, Olympic Park, Parramatta, and other places, not in that particular order. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk across the road and see what we can or can't see. So yeah, this is a community open day. It's been a while since I've been to one of these, so while we're heading up here, we'll just have a look at the artist impression of Pyrmont Station. I know you've got these two little doors here, but you get the gist of it. I think it's a pretty cool looking building if I do say so myself. It's sort of like old but modern, if that makes sense. Right, so you have Sydney Metro West here. So it'll have a station at Hunter Street, which is right next to Wynyard. There will be a walkway connecting the stations. It'll then have a station at Pyrmont, the Bays, which is White Bay, Five Dock, Burwood North, North Strathfield, Olympic Park, Parramatta, Westmead. And this is all due to open in 2032. Alrighty, as we walk in here, we see up above the gantry crane. There's two of them, one on the left, one on the right. The yellow bits can move back and forward this way, and you have a blue bit there which moves left and right. And these big pipes here is for ventilation, feeds fresh air down into the cavern, which is down below, which we'll have a look at later. You can see we'll go back and forward.
He's 28. I hope mine are too. Simple terms, a fault is a fracture across leading into the River Park fault zone, change our methodology.
And we get a really high definition set of photographs. These photographs have been put into a 3D model to allow us to easily understand what the condition of the building is right up there.
Grand Hotel and Picket House. And our second drone survey is going around Skidders, and we'll do all of the walls of the building here that are connected to the Westfield site. So you need to have a 30-metre exclusion zone while the pilot's in the air. So in order to do that, we've had to have 26 traffic controllers on today. We have 4 police. We were lucky that we happened to have the Sydney Light Rail shut down today, so that's helped us heaps. We move the setup as the drone moves along carrying out the scope of works. We have them in the air for 3 minutes at a time, and that's how long we are stopping pedestrians, cyclists and vehicles for.
Drone coming down, pedestrians are here to send.
The whole project's $25 billion. That's the whole line, and that's including building stations. Building the station. What's it? Building the station. Yeah, it's actually plus the station's not really set. So for the tunnelling, say for the city here and the bays, the tunnelling and those machines, everything's on the contract they've got's $1.6 billion.
Looking over the edge here, about 35 metres down, we have tunnel boring machine, or TBM Ruby, named after Ruby Payne Scott. Ruby was a women's rights activist and Australia's first radio astronomer. I want to thank Paul from Transport Vlog for the following footage of the deep pit and the tunnel boring machine. Got a little bit of vertigo, I guess, doing that myself, so I do very much appreciate Paul for helping me out with this footage. Enjoy. So head over to Paul's channel. You can find him at Transport Vlog, so Transport Vlog. He has some absolutely amazing, very, very, very detailed videos of various transport projects, not only in Sydney and New South Wales, but also in Melbourne and Brisbane as well. Another thing that I will note, there is another tunnel boring machine. It is TBM Jessie, which is very close to Ruby, just paralleling her. She's out of view at the moment. However, a little bit of history about TBM Jessie. It's named after Jessie Street. She was an activist, feminist, and a lifelong campaigner for women's rights, the peace movement, and the elimination of discrimination against Aboriginal people. There are some Corflute signs around the place showing quite a lot of information, which we'll have a look at all of those later on. Some of them stating a good choice of words. Very powerful names for some very powerful machines.
I think it's smaller. This is going to be bigger.
station cavern. It's tunnelled in a very different method to TBM tunneling, and that's because the size is so much larger. First of all, its profile is variable, it's not a circle. It is located in the east and it's a pretty typical
Yes, actually that one did do back at TSC, the one I was talking about, tunnelling and concrete lining of the caverns and tunnels. And we have an overstation development project out here, which will eventually end up with that space.
We'll come back to this sign soon. We'll have another look at it, but it's just something I want to point out. Here is both Jesse and Ruby as they broke through here at Pyrmont Station. Going by the placement of Ruby, which we saw over the edge there before. Looks like Ruby was to the right, which means the one to the left is Jesse. So you can see the cutter heads at the lead of both of those tunnel boring machines. Alright, got some core fluid signs here which will give you a lot of information about the project, which we'll look at now. They'll be on the screen for about 10 to 15 seconds each, so just pause the video, have a read and then resume when you're done. You know the drill. There's quite a few of these which will give you a lot of insight into this project, which is absolutely amazing. Amazing project.
These will always go down because they're going down.
Excavation underneath understreet footpath. It's 5 metres deep, 25 metres wide. The purpose of this is to do support within this area without impacting critical paths. So we came up with an ingenious solution to replace directional drilling canopy tubes with smaller diameter. 81 of those, and basically, and then along understreet sewer line and manhole. So it's been really good to collaborate with the utility sector, because we couldn't have done this without them. We're in the design phase, and these canopy tubes right through.
Okay, so that's it. I'm heading off now with this beauty. It's what's on the other side that counts. So they gave away a free bacon and egg roll, which I already had, and a coffee at the Laneway Cafe, which is at 84 Union Street here in Pyrmont. So that would be just up here. So I'm going to go grab this coffee and then wrap the video up, I think. Okay, walking back to Central now. You thought you could get away without seeing a coffee in a video. Not likely. Anyway, that is all for this video, everybody. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you soon. Goodbye for now.